Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Cookierun Tower of Adventures with Alzeroy Galcon, and in this episode I'm going to show you my first experience at the Champions Raid game mode. This is the latest game mode that was introduced in this game. If you like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more contents for you to watch. Finally, a brand new game mode that I thought that I could not make it all the way until the end of the first season. Why? Because when I saw this game mode for the first time in the game menu, I was like, oh my god, brand new game mode, I have to cover it as fast as possible. I might be the first one to cover it in the community. And it turns out that all of my cookies in my roster isn't strong enough to take this game mode on. So finally, after a bunch of, behind the scenes of leveling the cookies up, I finally managed to get into this game mode for this game mode and skip season. And now currently Lemon Zest cookie is the only cookie that I have that is strong enough for the game to consider to take this game mode on. So this is the only cookie that I'm going to use in this video. In order to join this particular game mode, your cookie needs to have at least 48,000 power points. To give you an idea just how powerful your cookie needs to be, it has to be at least 4 stars, at least so far in my experience, as well as watching other people do the run with me as well. So yeah, what other things that I haven't mentioned in this video? I have to take a look at the script, and oh yes, how this game came into fruition. So this game mode was teased on the live stream of Cookieruntowerofadventures, and this is the video that I'm talking about. And in that video, Big Mac, our community manager, who is currently having a summer vacation, so shout out to him, and I wish you happy holidays. Anyway, back to the video. In that video, Big Mac teases us this game mode with a couple of pictures. So here's the first one. And as you can see, this was teased before Kohlrabi cookie got introduced into the game. In the community, we actually got this cookie correct because right at the end of the Chapter 8 story, Kohlrabi cookie was making an appearance. And that photo pretty much confirmed that Kohlrabi cookie is going to be the next playable character in this game. The next one is this screenshot right here. This was the first screenshot to give us, the community, what kind of boss that we will fight in this game mode. The first reaction that I saw during the live stream, everyone was like, oh my god, that boss is huge! And also one thing that I forgot to mention based on the first screenshot, that our first look at the fact that in this game mode we are going to play with 6 players. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that you need to know about the first screenshot, as well as the second screenshot. The thing is though, all of the screenshots that I managed to gather from that video didn't really make me surprised until I saw the last one. And this was the last screenshot that I gathered from that video. And my reaction to that was, oh my! So in this gigantic boss fight, we are going to fight other boss fight? Presumably it is going to be easier because it will not be quite fun if it has the same difficulty. The thing is though, we have no idea how that goes. I mean, now we do, but at the time no one had any idea on how we somehow managed to fight against other bosses. And yes, if you do notice it, all of the screenshots are in Korean, and I cannot speak Korean and I don't understand Korean, so I mean, at the time we have no idea what this boss fight meant, but now we do. Well, probably if you actually speak Korean or understand Korean, you might get the name of the boss, but at the time most of us doesn't. Oh yes, by the way, when I did this particular video, I have no idea just how well I did until I managed to take a look at the score itself. that looks like a good thing. I got 27 million points until I took a look and oh my god, bronze stew? Oh my. That is not good at all. And this is with me having the best cookie in my entire roster. That is not pretty at all. So there's the top tip of the day. If you do want to get high in the leaderboards in this particular game mode, you need to get friends. And also, you need to be agreeing upon the cookies that you are going to use, especially what type of cookies. So far, based on my experience and my observation, apparently dark type is the best one in this particular champions raid. So yeah, let's optimize on dark type cookies. Sadly, in this video, just like I said, I am only going to use lemon zest cookie because lemon zest cookie is the only cookie in the entire roster of mine that is strong enough for the game to let me join this particular game mode. Oh yes, I forgot to mention this clip. This is what happens when, even if just one player goes disconnected, it will affect the entire team's performance. Sometimes it's not exactly the fault of the player itself. The server can sometimes having a little bit of a panic attack, I guess, and that caused one of the players to just go disconnected for the rest of the game. As you can see, we have one lemon zest cookie player who is being disconnected by the game, and this person will not be active for the rest of this entire battle. And that really puts some dents in the score that I'm about to get in this particular part of the video. Speaking of videos, I'm going to mention the scheduling for the next couple of videos. So in the next video, I'm going to coming back to Cookierun Oven Break to show you Red Panna Cotta's cookie trial both in the Diamond rank as well as in the Rainbow rank, because I've managed to beat the cookies trial in the first day when that cookie was launched, as well as the pilot cookies trial in the Diamond rank, because so far I still try to beat pilot cookies trial in the Rainbow rank, because that one was, shall I say, very tricky. Afterwards, I'm going back to Cookieruntowerofadventures to show you the boss fight in Chapter 8 and 9, as well as showing you the boss fight on the hard difficulty for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Afterwards, I'm going back to Cookierun Oven Break to show you my latest update run in one of the breakout maps that by the time you watch this video, it has been changed. Oh dear. So yeah, in the next part of this video, I'm going to explain how the mechanics of this particular boss fight works, and until then, enjoy the rest of this gameplay video. funnily enough, the game got really buggy for me for some reason, and then the game managed to spawn me right as the first phase of the boss comes to an end. But don't worry though, there are no remarkable things that happens in the first phase of the boss. All you need to do is just pay attention for the second phase of this boss. There you go, the second phase has started, and the best recommendation that I can give you is go to the left, because in the left side of this arena you will fight against two mini bosses. The first one is Shame Monkey and the second one is Banana Kong. Two difficult boss fight based on the raid mode. Well, at least that is what I've experienced here. So taking down these two bosses is the top priority, because the faster you build the phase 2 of this boss fight, the better it will be. So then, that's the left area clear. Now let's go into the right side, where I and my teammate are fighting against a bunch of minions. And also, just like in the left arena, if you complete this phase as fast as possible, the better it will be for the result. Oh yes, one important thing to note, it is imperative for you and your teammate to preserve as many hit points as possible, because the second phase is quite tricky. Anyway, the phase 2 is almost at its end, so now let's go back into the arena where the main boss awaits us all. And oh, by the way, it doesn't look too good for me. I only have around 1.3k amounts of health. So yes, the Caprosciutto's attacks. So as you can see, in the first attack, the boss will drop this ball of magma on the floor, and if you step on it, you'll take damage. This attack that you need to pay attention was the second one. He swings at 90-degree angle, and if you stay away from the attack area, and you should be fine. But generally, you wanted to stay behind the boss, because if you stay behind the boss, then most likely the boss cannot attack you. So here's one of the boss's attacks. So the boss will summon in a row this ball of magma, and if you step on it, you'll take damage as well. And it's quite used of a damage as well, especially if you have cookies with very low HP like I did. And thankfully, so far, I haven't been hit by the boss itself. And oh, I should be really careful back there. If I step on that ball of magma on the floor even just twice, I will get knocked out, as simple as that. So yeah, in total, the boss itself has 6 phases. And in this video, you are going to see only 3 of it before we run out of time. But the gist of it was the boss gets angrier and it will deal much more damage. And also the attack pattern is going to be much harder to avoid. I'm not quite sure how it often increase the damage for each phases. So if you got any information on that, then let me know in the comment section down below. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering what's the highest score that anyone has ever achieved, well, the answer to that, it is around 90 to 91 million points. Yeah, the difference is just that high. Anyway, that is it for today. I'm Galcone, signing it off, and I'll see you on the next videos. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.